Becoming free for the first time. With your eyes closed, bring your awareness to your breath. In through your nose, out through whatever feels most natural and normal for you. Now, throughout today's meditation, do not try to understand what I am saying and instead simply experience the words. You do not have to understand how gravity works in order to experience gravity. You don't have to understand how freedom works to experience freedom. So just breathing now in through your nose, out through whatever feels most natural and normal. And using your imagination or your ability to visualize, using it to amplify the relaxation experience of letting go of your breath. There's a few ways you can do that. One of which is simply affirming the word release in your mind's eye with each exhale. So every time you exhale, you affirm the word release and you give yourself that experience of releasing the breath. You give yourself the experience of releasing any physical tension from the body, releasing any mental and emotional tension from the mind, and just being here now. That is one way to do it. Another way to amplify the relaxation sensation of the mind and the body is to simply set the intention. With each exhale, I will feel more relaxed. Not having to understand how that works, but instead surrendering to it and going all the way with it. And becoming free for the first time. The body eases up, the mind relaxes. At first, it felt like boiling water in the mind and the body, but now the water is still. There is only one thing that can get in the way of us from being free. Spoken more correctly, there's only one thing that can get in the way from us feeling like we're not free because we are always free, but sometimes it doesn't always feel that way. And the thing that can get in the way from us feeling free is our own thinking. That's it. So to become free for the first time, all you have to do is a let go of the mind. Not forever, but just right now. Just for 2 to 5 seconds. Let go of the mind. And then the mind comes back. And then repeat the exercise of letting go of the mind for 2 to 5 seconds. And then the mind comes back, and then you repeat. And you try to hold or maintain that freedom from mind for as long as you can. And when the mind comes back, you notice it, you smile, and you rinse and you repeat. And you rinse and you repeat. And what you will probably notice when your mind is free from thinking, your spirit can call the shots. Your spirit is what is the loudest. Typically, it's the mind that is the thing that is most loud. But when the mind is no more, the spirit gets to shine. And something the mind is afraid of is this thought that if the mind was still and quiet, then you would want to do nothing. And you would just wind up being content with sitting down and being a blob. Now, there's no need to worry about that possibility because when the mind is no more and the spirit gets to shine, what shines through is your unique blueprint, that which you came here to fulfill. And it looks very different for every single person. And there are some people where their unique blueprint is to simply sit and radiate light and love and do nothing. But to those people, they love that. They don't feel like they're not fulfilling their mission. They feel like, oh my goodness, they're motivated and inspired every single day to do just that. Now, many others have this unique blueprint to build certain things, to create certain things, to lead, to innovate. And when those people who have that type of unique blueprint, when their mind subsides, then that's how they show up. So you don't have to worry about this thought that if I quiet the mind, then I will do or be something that I don't want. That's just not the case. And again, you don't have to understand this, but you just have to experience it. When you quiet the mind and you become free for the first time, odds are you will feel more bold and courageous than you've ever felt. And it will give you the life force, the vitality to go build things that you were once afraid to build, to go share things that you were once hesitant to share because the mind was in the way and the mind was creating doubts and fears. But when the mind is no more, all that is left is your unique blueprint. And let me tell you right now, living in alignment with your unique blueprint is the coolest way to live life. It doesn't come without its woes or without its hiccups or challenges. But even amidst that chaos and even amidst the storm, you're never doubting yourself. You are never afraid. You are never second guessing yourself. And instead, you just, like a bullet train, move forward no matter what. The freedom you feel is equal to the amount of doubts you tolerate. If you are doubtless in your expression, in your ability to fulfill or to be someone or something, you are free. If you have a lot of doubts, you are very far from being free. So, a part of freedom in no mind is experiencing the energy state of being doubtless. This too is something you can give yourself. And when you give yourself this freedom, this doubtless nature, you become a very powerful force of service and love. It might inspire you to do things that others will not understand, but because it comes from your unique blueprint, it is only ever creating positive outcomes. The mind might not be able to see that at first, but in hindsight, it will be very clear that when you are courageous enough to follow your unique blueprint, your intuition, your higher mind, amazing things, miracles happen. Becoming free for the first time. Notice the doors that open up, the possibilities that were always in front of you that perhaps you were just simply unable to see. They're right here, right now. You can be, you can do whatever you truly want. What do you truly want? And are you willing to give yourself that experience now, way before other people or the outside world give you permission to feel that? Are you willing to take ownership of your life, of the way you feel? If so, do it now. It is done. It is done. It is done. Go live with freedom. Go be freedom. Go lead and love from this state of being free always. Thank you for listening.